Yay!
I am so excited now. I just hit the play button on here or the record button on here. Um, well, everybody, welcome. Welcome again. I know it's been so long since we're here with the beautiful Hannah. We are.
We're back, bitches.
We're back. I can't tell you how excited I am. First recording in our new studio.
Yes.
So I think we owe it to everybody to kind of explain everything that's going on here in one way or form or another. If you haven't been listening or if you haven't been on our Facebook page, Hannah and I have moved. And it's been a journey. I think it's taken its toll. And
Definitely.
between you and I, it's taken its toll. There's so much through this moving process. Understands it's difficult when you realize just how much and how much stuff you gotta get away. I mean, we are in a new studio though, so to kind of give everybody an idea of it works. Hannah's my stepdaughter, and my wife and we moved in with Hannah and her husband, and the place that we got. Not only does it have a beautiful backyard,
Gorgeous.
but it's got this studio.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think this was like to be honest, was like a set for me. Like, I love the house, but like as soon as I saw this, I was like, this is it. This is the one. I'm not looking at any other houses. And I actually canceled like 3 different other showings when we saw this house. I was like, no, this is it.
Yeah, and I'm just excited because this is part of like my little room here, but we're still deciding on the color because right now it's this very bright light blue, and I'm thinking either going red or purple. I haven't decided
I'm just
yet.
digging purple, man.
The purple. I'm thinking purple too.
Like a.
Yeah, so that's what's been going on. That's why we haven't been on the air. That's why a lot of the podcast has not been happening, and we want to change that. Hannah and I have obviously we got so much on our minds.
Yes.
We want to give so much to everybody, so that's why tonight we wanted to sit down, do this podcast, and then we're going to start doing more. We got some guests that are lined up. I'm going to be excited to start bringing in some different things. And tonight we're going to explain a lot that's going to happen in the future, as well as what's going to happen on our other social platforms like Facebook and our website. And we want to promote the website. Also, while we're doing this podcast, we are actually doing it live on the Wisdom app. Now, I know we've done this before, so just in case nobody's aware of it, the Wisdom app is an actual app for podcasters, and you just go on there and you podcast, and it's live, and you can do it live. And I've been away from it for so long, so everybody that's on Wisdom, I really appreciate everybody being here. So it's going to be live. And as we're doing that, we're also recording this video-wise because our website, which we've been trying to push so hard because we want to try and get away from the Facebook a little bit. Not totally, but I'm sick and tired of dealing with the algorithms and, pushing us away. We've been using it as a way to promote the website. thirdeyemeditation.onpodium.co. There's going to be links, obviously, at the bottom, the podcast on your favorite streaming apps there. We'll have it on there as long as all of our other links to everybody that's been helping us out too. But our website, we're going to have the video exclusively. So if anybody's, listening, say on whatever, podcasting platform you're on, and you want to actually see the show, you could go to our website, and we have a video on there, and you can watch us as we do this live. So you get a little glimpse into the studio. I mean, I'm looking at the cameras right now. You can't really see the studio. We got a double, so you're only just seeing our face. And we're so excited about it.
We are.
But I'm excited to be here, and I'm excited to be on the Wisdom app again.
Me too.
Sarah, thank you for listening. And guys, help us out on Wisdom too by going to that website, thirdeyemeditation.onpodium.co. And check us out. Sign up for email notifications as well. And if you're listening now, just check out the website because we've got some good things on there. not only the video, but we're working with Elaine from Arcane Oracle, who provides us with horoscopes as well. And we're going to be giving a little plug to her very shortly as well. So, Hannah, I mean, I don't want to gab away over here too much. I mean, you're sitting right across from me, and we did it, man.
We did it.
We're
really still doing it, but we did it. We did the hard parts.
Yeah, the hard parts are over now. It's just really the unpacking and just getting comfortable. And we're going to talk more, because I know this first half of this here show, we're going to be talking a lot about the show. We're going to talk a lot about the future of the show. And then we're going to get into a few little things, too. Since we did move, we have some, thoughts, and some thoughts that went through our heads, went through our minds. That's going to be, that's going to basically into some meditation stuff, talk about that metaphysical stuff and all. Let me get some plugs out of the way real quick since I mentioned it. This Elaine's Arcane Tarot.com. All right, Elaine's Arcane Tarot.com. You go check her out. Elaine is wonderful. We met her. She was on Facebook. My wife was following her for a long time. Hannah, you really adore her too.
I love Elaine.
Yeah, Elaine is wonderful. Another beautiful soul. And she's been in a partnership with us, and she provides us with basically, I think it's like a monthly horoscope almost. So if you go on our webpage, you'll see that she has the horoscopes up there for us. Really accurate stuff. But I want you to go to her website, Elaine'sArcaneTarot.com. There will be links. Don't worry about it. Go and visit her. She has great rates. She does tarot card readings. She does horoscopes. She blends the two together. She's just absolutely amazing. 20 years of experience with the tarot cards. And we've had some readings ourselves.
Yes.
And she's amazingly accurate. Yeah, so I really want everybody to get out there to Elaine'sArcaneTarot.com. She's on Facebook, too. That's where we've met her. And we're so happy to be in a partnership with her. So, Elaine, thank you very much for being there.
Thank you.
Yeah, and we got some other people, too. Don't forget, we got Solitary Coventry. She's a head witch. SolitaryCoventry.wixsite.com. Certified happiness coach, life coach. She can help you through so much things. She does witchcraft classes. She's very well knowledgeable in everything there. She's been a big help to me as well. Check her out. There will be links to that too as well. Outside of the metaphysical, CMP Automotive. All right, out of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. I mean, we're talking about meditation, metaphysical, so why a towing company? Why? Why not? Because everybody has a car. Everybody's car breaks down. They do towing. So if you're in the Harrisburg area and you need a tow truck, or you need some body work, or you need, I don't know, your diesel. They do diesel as well. Pennsylvania State Emissions, too, which I actually have an appointment coming up the end of the month. C&P Automotive, 108 Lincoln Street, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, 17112. And there you can reach them, 717-265-9556, 717-265-9556. We also have our own Batgirl, all right? The girl who is always in the background on our Facebook pages, Sarah. She started up Law of Attraction Photos, so LOA Photos. Go check her out. That Facebook page, LOA Photos, she does some amazing photography. Absolutely amazing. And she's helped us out tremendously since this whole thing started. So go check her out, LOA Photos. Did you want to plug anybody, Hannah?
Yeah, I think I did. Thanks. So for all your metaphysical needs, you want to be sure to check out my people. Jen is, I don't even know how to describe Jen in words. She is amazing. I haven't had the pleasure to meet with Angelo yet, but the reviews that he has and just my mom's personal experiences with him, he's an amazing person as well. But back to it, she has amazing products. She offers so many services, so be sure to check her out. Again, it's Mind's Eye Metaphysical. She's located 3 Railroad Ave, Marietta, PA, 17547. And her website is mindseyemetaphysical.com.
Yeah, definitely check out Jen. I know there's been some changes in hours, but check out her website. If you are in the Lancaster area and wanted to check her out, just double check, make sure she is open. And if you wanted to book with Angelo, definitely do it early because his spots fill up really
So
quick.
fast.
Yeah, he's an amazing psychic.
Yeah,
So.
I know. I'm like still waiting for my chance.
Yeah,
I'll get there.
I'm gonna get in touch with her, and we gotta
Yeah.
tell you we have to do that. So that's all out of the way. So let's talk about third eye meditation. Us, you and me.
It's
And that's what I wanted to discuss because I know a lot of people. I know everybody's been waiting for this here show. We've been waiting to get this podcast on the air, but I want everybody to know and understand that there's been some big changes from when we first started. Because when I first started, it was just me, and I did it really because of Jen from Mind's Eye Metaphysics. I just wouldn't be here. I had my mental breakdown way back, and she helped me out because she's absolutely amazing with her Reiki. She's a Reiki master, and
she's just
she is. And the way she brought so much change to my life, and I said, wow, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to start a business, and I did. And I started Third Eye Meditation, and back then it was different. I was doing life coaching, and I was doing motivational speaking and all, and we were helping people out, but things have changed. Because I worked a full-time job. At that time, I was working 2 jobs. We just can't do that anymore. So I was doing the podcast as a way to advertise, and podcast just became a big thing. All of a sudden, it blew up. 23 different countries were heard in and all that. And one day, I had you sit in.
Yeah.
And you haven't left. No.
You're stuck.
Yeah.
With me.
All right. But my heart goes out to you because it changed everything. It changed the dynamic of the show, and we started doing the Facebook Lives, and it's been a real pleasure working with you. It really has been. And we just changed it. We got rid of the actual business. We don't do the help anymore. We don't, do one-on-one coaching anymore. We don't do one-on-one, help with the meditation either. We decided we're going to go down the road of strictly doing podcasts, and that's what we are. And I wanted to clear that up because I know a lot of people are still probably turning on, listening to the very first episode, and they're only hearing me, and they're hearing, me push our phone number, and which is still active. I mean, you could always reach out to us, but we wanted to do a podcast, and that's what we are doing. And we've been doing pretty good with it, I think. We had some great shows. We sometimes sit back. Yeah. We sit back and sometimes, we listen to them ourselves and say, wow, this was a really great show. And we're kind of amazed with it. But that's why I brought you on, because we got a good dynamic.
Yeah, we leave each other speechless. At the end of it, we're just kind of like stare at each other. We click that end stream button and we're just both like, whoa.
Yeah. So the future now. So if you're picking up now and you're listening, we have the website now. We are using On Podium. So if you go to thirdeyemeditation.onpodium.co, that's our website. If you go to that website, we have the horoscopes from Elaine. We have the video of all the podcasts that we do. That's exclusive to the website. Pretty soon we're going to get your
my
advice column. We want to get that started. So there'll be things rolling out more and more as the time goes on. But that's what we want to push, because these here podcasts are going to be, again, the future. So I wanted to touch on that, and we'll do it together now, live on the air, since people are listening. And thanks again to the Wisdom. We are doing this live on Wisdom, and appreciate everybody that is listening, and everybody on Wisdom. And I know it's been a long time since I've been on here too, but we're going to do these shows live with you whenever we do a podcast as well. And anybody that's on the Wisdom, just look up the website. Please go ahead and go and sign up for email notifications. It helps us out a lot, lets us know that there's people listening, because again, we're spending money, and that's what I wanted to talk about. We spend money on this.
It's not free.
It certainly ain't. We have to get the website hosting. We have to have the platform for the podcast, and then the equipment that we buy. At the same time, even though we're spending money, we are not rich, and not by any means. And that's why I wanted to stress. You may want to tune in for graphic-driven, podcast. We're not like that. We're not experts in any sort of field. I've been meditating for a long time now, but that does not make me an expert in anything. I just want to get that out there because there are people out there criticizing, of course, that like to say, "Oh, you're not an expert." I never claimed to be an expert. I just like to get this out to everybody that Hannah and I, we're real people, just like you, and I. We're just human beings. That's all we are.
Yeah, we're not like TikTok famous influencers. We're just here. We're real.
That's it. Regular people that go through regular everyday experiences. Like I said, I had my breakdown last summer and it changed everything. And we bring this podcast to you because what we go through, we find little tricks to change things and change our perspectives, and we're very much into the metaphysical, and we try to learn about it and we try to get it out there, and we give this advice freely to everybody. And that's all we want to do. We don't do it slick.
Yes.
We don't have real expensive graphics. Christ, I downloaded the soundboard for free. So it's just coming from the heart, people, to try and help you out. And we keep a very open mind on things.
We do.
If you ever wanted to come on the show, talking about too as well, bring us something. Bring something to the table. We have an open mind. We don't shut people out. We like to talk about things, different things beyond the meditation. Because I know that was always the big thing with me. I link everything up to meditation, which we still will do on here. But we're going to start going down different roads.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to do that for a long time.
We
now
have,
that
yeah.
Yeah, and I know since I got you here now, it's great. It gives somebody to kind of play off of too. So I just want to be very clear on that. We're not experts. We do this simply because we have our beliefs. We have, we go down rabbit holes. We look into things. We meditate, and we try and bring that to everybody. And Hannah, listen, I know you got ideas too floating around your head and what you want to talk about in the future as well. So anything, that comes to mind and you want to be on the show, that's what I want to hit on. If you want to be on our podcast, we reach out to small businesses a lot.
We do.
Especially the ones that are involving the occult, Wiccan, witchcraft, crystals. We like personality.
We do.
Yeah, so bring your best personalities. Go on thirdeyemeditation.onpodium.co and fill out the form, and you can be on the show. It's simple as that, but bring your personality. Tell us what you want to talk about, and promote yourself freely. We don't care. We're very big supporters of this. So if you got a small business, we will promote you, and we will definitely get you on the show, and we can have some great conversations. We have some guests coming up.
I'm so excited.
Yes, we really do. Little teaser, we do have somebody that's going to be coming on once we make the date and we'll set it up. Like I said, it's going to be well outside of what we normally talk about. Really diving down to some things that, I guess theory, call it whatever you want, but we keep an open mind. If you don't like what you're hearing, you could just wait for the next podcast. It's not a big deal. But we suggest that you keep an open mind to things, because part of meditation, part of becoming a higher self, you have to have an open mind.
Yes.
You got to believe in stuff. You got to, your perspective's open. You got to think critically, because you're going to analyze yourself a lot when you do that. And that's why we do this. It keeps the mind active. It keeps you thinking. And as well, it keeps your eyes open. And remember, open your eyes and then open your eye. Yeah. So I don't want to keep rambling here. I want to keep you awake. I know we're all falling asleep.
I'm about to apologize. I have, if you're first time listening, you don't know. I have a 15-month-old, and he woke me up really early this morning. So I'm just I'm here, but I'm not awake.
And I don't think either one of us are, because, again, we, like I said, with the move and all, and it's been getting tough, but we've been sitting back, and we feel bad that we have not.
Yeah, every day we're like, we got to do this, we got to do this, we got to do this. But then we have personal stuff come up, and we're like, okay, tomorrow. And then today we both looked at each other, and we were like, we're doing it tonight.
Right.
No ifs, ands, or buts. I think we were both antsy, and it's something that we needed to do for our own personal, mental health.
Absolutely, because there's stuff that we're going to sit, like I said, and discuss. we just wanted to let everybody know the future of what's going to be coming on. So, again, just stay tuned. Go to the website, please, thirdeyemeditation.onpodium.co, and sign up for the emails. It
Yes.
costs you nothing, and
Zero.
it costs us stuff.
Yeah. You're
There is
welcome.
yeah, you're welcome. And there is a donation page, by the way, if anybody does want to, give us the funds, and maybe somebody could give us some great funds, and we could really add on to the studio. We could
Yeah.
really give everything that we ever wanted to do. I would love to do a podcast, and with the video, with the fine graphics. But you know what? To me, it's not real.
Yeah.
Do you know what we have that's free? Just like everybody, like I know everybody on Wisdom too.
Character.
Yeah. Everybody on Wisdom too has it. Every time you go on Wisdom and you could listen to people that are doing these here podcasts live, we have voices.
Yes.
They're free. We like to use those voices, and I think that means more than anything. Put a microphone in
100%.
front of us, send the word out there. That's what matters. It doesn't matter what you're talking about. It doesn't matter. If you believe strongly in something, get it out there. Get it out to the world. Find the people that believe in what you're talking about. Maybe you can help some people out like we can, We have. I know we have in the past.
We definitely have.
Yeah, so that's what we have, and that's what we can provide to you. So we apologize that we don't have the slick stuff. We're not, Joe Rogan, famous, and, we don't have that type of phone. We don't have that type of studio. We do not have that type of equipment.
But what we have is good enough.
It is, and I tell you, and I always said, even if one person was listening, we'll give the best.
Yep.
We'll give what's on our minds. We'll talk. We'll use our voices. We'll use whatever we've learned through life and pass it on to you. And we're going to do it without being so slick. That's it. What you see is what you get, but we're going to always talk about something that's important. So, second half of the show, let's talk about life in general, because Hannah's always been the one where she comes out and hits me from left field, and you always reveal something, and I love that about you, because that's what the meaning of having a voice is, and you always come out and say something. So I haven't really revealed anything to you, because I never really, okay, you hit me, and I'm like, oh, I'm stunned, and I'm shocked. But now that I got you here, guess what? Again, if you missed the very beginning of the show, we moved in together, So my wife and I moved in with Hannah and her husband and her child, and we got a nice big place here. It's being done because the future never is certain, and we wanted to protect ourselves, and we all love each other, so we're here. And again, we have a studio built into the place. But we moved in, and the first night we moved in, and here's something that you don't know. And I figured I'll hit you for the first time or something.
Shit.
That first night here, I sat and I said, I had a breakdown myself. And with all the change, we moved in and with everything going on, I went back over to the old place because we were still in the process of moving out over there. And I stayed in the old place. I didn't want to be here.
Why?
See, I hit you. Good, finally. I didn't want to be here. I sat and I told your mom, I was like, I can't be there. I had such a negative feeling. Extremely. Yeah, and I am going to reveal that to you now. I feel horrible saying that, but I just didn't want to live here. And I don't know exactly what it was at that moment in time, but I just felt so out of place here. I felt very negative here, and I didn't want to come back. So
I'm like, mind fucked.
exactly. But here's the thing. There was so much going on. And if you remember when we first moved in here, one of the biggest things was this place was filthy.
Yeah.
The previous owners left it a mess. It was disgusting. Your mother was having a freak out because of that, because she's an absolute clean freak, just like I am.
Yeah.
And we were trying to clean everything, and we still had everything, unpacked. And we realized something. We made a huge change in our lives, really big. Mm-hmm. We were very used to our independence and everything else, and the change hit us so quickly that when I came in here, it hit me all at once,
Yeah.
like amazingly. And now that we broke our ass and we settled and we cleaned everything up and we got that damn carpet clean, everything changed. And now I wake up in the morning and I'm very here and I'm happy here.
Okay, I was just gonna ask that. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was like, are you negative still, or are we good?
Yeah, absolutely 100% positively good now because it really was. And, you know, your mom and I, we sat down, you know, we always have an open line of communication. And that was it. I was picking up of her energy. There was so much that we had to get done. And we did realize at that moment that we did change our lives greatly. You know, we went from being ourselves in our own place to having to be here now with you guys. But I sit here and I look at you and I just say, this is going to be really good because we have a great thing. You know, us as, you know, Christ, we're podcasters, man.
Yeah.
You know, you're my partner in this. And I'm very happy for it. I really am. And I'm very happy for everything you and your husband have done for us. It's absolutely amazing. And I'll take this whole damn podcast to sit here and kiss your ass and tell you how thankful I am and appreciative, you know, I am for everything, honestly, you know, and we're going to be here for a very great time here.
Yeah, like, with me, like I feel like I've always been so close to my mom that it really like, you know, it doesn't change anything for me. It kind of makes me feel more secure about myself because like I'm such a mama's girl that I'd be at my mom's house anyway, even if I was at my, you know, previous house. I think Justin, it was definitely an adjustment, but it was like a quick adjustment because, you know, we still have our own areas, and I think that definitely helps. But I am thankful for you guys because it's not just, you know, me doing something for you, you know, you guys are doing something for us. You know, I could not afford this place by myself. And, you know, it's just a huge opportunity to, you know, watch my son grow up in a home that he deserves. And I can't tell you how, you know, I did have problems sleeping when I first got here, and I think it's just because my stuff was everywhere and it wasn't like me yet. But I can't tell you how much of a difference it is to wake up in the morning and feel generally at home. You know, for the past 6 years, I didn't feel at home at my old home. And, you know, I had great memories there, but I just never felt in place there. But I woke up here and we have a beautiful kitchen, gorgeous yard. You know, I can watch my dog run around in, and I watch my son just destroy the house. And that's what I always pictured, you know, a house with so much space for him. It's like, I can't even believe it. I think I'm in like a dream.
Right. And for me, and this here now we can start pushing, like, I guess, some more meditation, and because this is like a whole second life, I think, especially to me. It really is, because I've taken this here road now where I much rather stay home at this point.
Yeah.
I'm feeling like the entire world outside needs meditation or something. Because the world has become very
Mainstream.
ugly. Yeah, very mainstream, and everybody's
My
just
mom says it's like woke. I think that's what she says. They become woke.
woke. Yeah, the whole world, because we of listening to mass media, and we're being taken over by, you know, the garbage that's being put like sheep. We're blindly following that, and it's created such animosity. People are becoming worse. Like, you waved at your neighbor, they didn't even give you another look. You know, brand new people in the neighborhood, you're trying to be friendly now. You can't even do that.
Yeah.
There used to be a time neighbors were helping neighbors and all. You can't get that anymore.
Yeah, I
And-
know. Like back in the day, you could just go next door. Hey, I'm out of sugar. Can I have some? Now you just hop in your car and go to the local store to grab some.
Exactly. You can't help out. And I think I said, okay, no more, because driving on the roads is people have gotten worse, and I just want to go to work, come home, and then this sanctuary be I want to practice my meditation more here.
Well, I'm glad you want to be here now.
I do. I do. I want to be here more than anything.
I'm just gonna bust his balls now for the next probably like 2 years, and then I'll let it go.
Exactly. But I'm glad I got that off my chest, though, with you. But yeah, the world's becoming so bad. It's difficult. It's very difficult to survive, and that's why I tell everybody, because don't follow all the nonsense that's on the news. I want you to focus on yourselves. Focus on not the reality, but the reality that you want. The things that are going on right now, we're being played. We're puppets on a string. That's what we are. Cut the strings. Learn how to use your own mind for critical thinking. All right? A lot of things that they're saying out there just doesn't even exist. I don't believe racism exists. Sure, there are racist people, but I don't think racism actually exists, because it only bothers you if you allow it to bother you. Ignore it. Move on. Be a better self. Get on top of it. It's just like everything else. Be who you want to be. You know, you don't have to shove everything down everybody's throat. Just like I say, if you're not into what we're talking about, turn the podcast off. Listen to another episode. Maybe we're talking about something you want to, hear. It's simple as that. And that's how you should go through life. Whatever bothers you, if there's something that's really annoying, you reflect on yourself. What's bothering you is probably something within you. So just move on. Find something else. Don't let these things become an obstacle and stop you and give you anxiety and raise your blood pressure. If it does, change. Move. Go someplace else. Think about something else. Meditate. Get it off of your mind. Don't let small things bother you.
Take it as a grain of salt. That's what I always try to remind people. Because it happened. You can't change it, but you can change how you feel about it. You can change how you react to it.
Yeah, you can. You could be angry, mad, disgusted. But in reality, if you sit and say, you know what, this should not be affecting me. And then you just turn around and say, okay, think of something else.
Yeah.
And think of a better attitude to have. Change your attitude, or better yet, like I always say, change your mind, change your perspective, and things change. Create your own reality. Don't let certain things bother you. But this is what the world has come to, and this is why we sit and we have our anxieties, we have our stresses. Don't let it overtake you. Don't. Become a better self. Think higher all the time. Yes, there are going to be people that are stupid. There's plenty of stupid people that go around. When you encounter them, don't let them bother you. Don't look into that mirror and find that they don't do your shadow work right then and there.
Don't even argue.
Yeah, don't argue. Move on. Be a better self. Change the scenery around you. Deal with somebody else. But you're going to have to. Look at all the stuff we go through. This day and age, right? Even the trash people, they can't even pick up trash anymore. It's really weird. You got one job and you cannot even do that. The cable company.
Oh my gosh.
We were promised. The day we moved in, turned on, promised. What happened?
We had to rig it ourselves.
Yep. And guess what? We still pay the $100 service fee, and we did it ourselves.
At Xfinity. You
Yep.
owe us money back.
Yeah. It's nice having your own podcast. You can actually call them out for it. But if you do have the Comcast or the Xfinity, whatever it is, you probably know, listen, it's a monopoly. That's what happens. So we just changed we did it ourselves.
Yep.
That's all. And we got everything working. They came out, double-checked everything, made a few changes.
Yep.
This is what we need to start doing, people. Start learning things. I got news for you. A lot of younger people, younger generation, start farm, learning what to eat, just for your own knowledge.
Me and my husband were literally just talking about it, and I didn't even bring it up to Gary yet, but we were just talking about like starting to go to local butchers and buying meat in bulk and storing it like in the freezer.
Right.
And because that is just not full of those GMOs, it's not full of all those additives and everything like that. And realistically, you're going to be paying that bulk money, but it lasts so long. Just from a personal story from a friend, he was saying just ever since he made the switch to a local butcher, he said he feels better, sized, he said it's a complete life changer.
I work my regular job. My partner is a farmer, and
Yeah, we get free eggs.
yeah, we get free eggs. But more than that, I learned stuff from him too. Like his wife cooks a lot of stuff. He basically does hay farming, but he does raise cattle too as well. He's been raised that way his whole life, and he asked me, he's like, "Can you really tell the difference between a farm, food, or the meat that you buy at a supermarket?" And I'm like, "Dude, I don't think you understand. It's a night and day difference."
Yes, I 110% agree.
And I always said, if you go and hunt your own meal, just like we used to back in the day, learn how to do it. Just learn how to do it, just because you never know.
I did that this morning.
Yeah.
I literally did. Just a side note, real quick, because I do want to just get this off my chest. I was a mess this morning. Gary knows I was a wreck this morning. Like, you could probably feel my anxiety energy off of me. I was in a complete state of panic, and I was like you. I didn't want to be here. I was like, I can't do it. I wanted to leave. I just wanted to get in my car and drive and listen to music. I wanted to meditate. That's what I wanted to do. But I was like, you know what? I always rely on everyone else to hang my stuff for me. And it's not like I've never hung a picture before, but I've never, done the leveling, putting the anchors in. You know what I mean? I just boom, boom, it's in. I don't care if it's crooked. And I did the thing today. And I did it myself. Yes, my husband did have to come in and probably fix a couple. I'm not going to lie. But I did it. And I can't tell you how better it made me feel. Just from just doing it. And like that anxiety, I didn't let it consume me. I was like, you know what? Instead of just letting it eat me and eat me and eat me, I'm just going to get up and I'm going to do it. I threw my son in his high chair. I put on his favorite show. I gave him some snacks, gave him some juice, and I did the damn thing. And I can't tell you how much anxiety has been lifted off of me just by doing that, because I feel more at home. Like, I feel at home here, but I feel like it's my space now just by hanging pictures and emptying out a couple bins. Do I still have like probably 20 to do? Yes, I do. But I'm learning things as I go along,
You're now connected.
Yes.
That's the big thing. You're now connected. It is now yours. And that is what was mine when I didn't want to be here. It wasn't mine. It was the previous year. You still felt that presence. You were living in their environment.
Yeah, it's like you needed to clean them away. You needed to cleanse their energy out.
Yep. And once that happened, everything changed. I felt connected. And I'm connected enough, and you see me this morning. What was I doing? Sitting on the chair.
Outside in his element. I was like, why is my dog barking? And he's out there just chilling in his little element. And I was like, I ain't even going to go bother him. He's doing his own thing, and I'm going to do mine.
That's it. Total respect. I knew it. I sat out there. I had my tea. I had my cigar. And I sat in the sun. And I had my moment. And it helped me. And now that's going to be my ritual now.
Yeah.
Every morning.
And I think, like, to add, like, when we moved in together, I think we didn't even discuss, like, boundaries, you could say, because I just think we know each other enough to know our own boundaries. Like, okay, yep, they need their time, we need our time, but we're always welcome to each other. But we always have like the common courtesy to each other. Like this morning, like I said, I saw you in your element, and I was like, I'm gonna let him do his own thing, because he needs that time for himself.
Yeah.
And I think when, like I said, there was just no question that was ever going to be an issue, because we just know and love each other so well that it just didn't even come to a question to me.
Right. Yeah, and I felt that this morning, and thank you. I do appreciate it, and that means so much. It really does. And that's what makes everything work.
Because I could have, hey, what are you doing? But
Yeah.
I was like, no, he's doing his thing. I'm going to do mine.
That's it. And we let each other be. It's great. Because even just besides you guys, like, there's boundaries even with your mom and I, If she needs to be in her element, I let her be in her element.
Yeah.
See, I think the whole world, and this is probably advice for everybody, really, it's you do have to respect everybody's boundaries. You start need to feel people a lot more. If you're very intuitive to this kind of thing, you'll know when to stay away from people or when to, react
Feel their
to that,
vibe.
feeling their vibes. You can, a lot of people don't believe this, but you can learn how to do this because so many people are just so into themselves and they forget about the rest of the world and they're running people over. Let's start respecting boundaries, even to total and complete strangers. You can feel vibes. You can feel vibes off of people. This is how you get a feel for people. But a lot of people now, in certain situations where like this, where, hey, we are all living together. How do you do that? How can you, stand? Yeah, there's some family members that, maybe you cannot live with. You would know that. You certainly would. You would know the ones that you cannot live with, and you know the ones that you can live with. And then when you can live with, you don't want to create. It's like being in a band. Look at the almighty Van Halen. I got to bring them up because they were always my favorite band to study because they are a study. But
Through it.
they've been through. You really look at dynamics of a band. 4 people. They're only 4-piece band, but everything that happened to them through all the years, kicking people out, getting rid of, Michael Anthony, just to bring in Eddie Van Halen's son. Yeah, you have to learn how to get along with people. You have to learn how to vibe. I think Eddie would still be alive. Well, I don't know. He did a lot of drugs, but he would probably still be alive. The band would still be together, if they learned boundaries, they learned personal, after the tours are done, go do your own thing. Get together only when you need to for work. This is what we need to learn. We need to start gelling as human beings a lot more.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, we're going to start falling down too farther and farther than we already are. And we need to do better. Damn it, it's 2023. We need to do better on a lot of things.
I know. Can you believe we're almost halfway through already? That's insane.
Yeah, I noticed that. And I don't know where the time goes anymore. But like I said, a while back, I got rid of my watch. Never wore a watch again. I don't even know what time it is anymore. I live just in the moment. I learned that, just like, we talked about before on, past podcasts. Live in the moment. That's all you got to live in.
Yesterday, that's what me and my mom did. We went out. I don't even know what time we left the house. We didn't come home until, I think it was close to 9. And my mom was the one who noticed. She's like, oh, my God, it's almost 9 o'clock. We were just out. We were in our element. We was getting groceries. We were window shopping. We were doing our thing, and it was a great time. Was it tiring? Yes. Did I have my 15-month-old the entire time and he was going through it half the time? Yes. But I just lived in the moment. We had a good time.
And that's what it's about. And I think that's moving forward. That's what I want. Because this moving in here gives me the opportunity. I finally got rid of that second job, the weekend job. So I'm no longer working 7 days a week anymore. So I'm going to have that time back, and I want it for myself. I want to start doing things that matter to me, that make me happy, because when I look back, it's been almost a year now of lost time, and I got to make up for that. I really do. And I think everybody can relate to this too. So much, and I look at everything I've done in the past and all these years, got nothing to show for it. How many people, even the really rich people, so it's materialistic things. Those materialistic things can go so quickly, gone. So what do you really have to show for it? I think what you really need to bring, or the only thing you need to show for yourself, is your higher self. That you are a real better human by not relying on all these materialistic things. This is the lesson I think we need to learn. Start connecting more with nature, start connecting more with yourself, start connecting more with your neighbors, and start understanding that's what life's about. It's not about the materialistic things. Everything, and we know it, can disappear quickly. Work really hard for what? For somebody else? That's it. Every day you're making money for somebody else, and they're giving you the scraps, and then whatever's left, the government's taking out, and taxes and all. So what do you really have? Even if you have all this money, money doesn't mean everything. It really don't. It helps. It helps a lot.
Help.
I wish I had it. I'd have a much better studio than this. We'd have the sound equipment that we wanted. But spiritually is what we need more than any of that, more than the money, more than the materialistic things. Start practicing that, people. As our podcasts go on in the future, we'll talk more about that. We'll help you do that. But that's the lesson I want everybody to start taking. Meditate on that. Sit down tonight when you meditate, and you better be meditating, all right? We don't want you listening to this show if you're not meditating. I told you from the very beginning, very first show, take those 5-10 minutes a day. By now, you should be up to an hour's worth of meditation a day if you've been
And
listening.
don't forget that meditation is whatever you want it to be.
Yes, people, you got to realize that.
My mom, laundry. Oh my gosh. She's like, that's her meditation element. Don't bother her when she's in the laundry room. She'd be folding the laundry. She'd be in her element. She'd probably dance it in there secretly.
Probably.
But you know what? That's her meditation, and it does it. And like, it's so weird because it's hard work. But like, when she's done, she's like in this, you can feel the light coming off of her. And I'm like, you were the weirdest ever. But like, that's me too. Like I said, I love to do my dishes. I love to clean. But like I said, it's anything you want it to be. Listening to music, taking a long drive, the classic Buddha meditation, whatever you want to do, reading a book, journaling, anything. Going outside and just getting fixated on a tree or something.
Exactly. Take that advice, people. Really, when you do want to do the meditation, it can be anything. Make it easy. Let's stop complicating things. Yes, if you want to do the very advanced stuff, you can. Learn it. However, it's not necessary. All right? Take everything. Like I said, we're not experts in this, but I've been doing this now going on, 15, 16 years of meditation, maybe a little bit more. And again, I'm not no master. I'm not no expert in it. It's just something I really looked into recently because as life goes on, life gets more difficult. And this is outside of that. And start seeing things. Now, I've only just started this journey, the deeper, few 9 months, I think, since we've had the podcast going. So learn it. Do what you like to do, whatever relaxes you. That's meditation. Understand that. Do it. Find the things you really like and make it part of a meditation practice. And you'll start feeling better about yourself. And that's the other thing I forgot to mention, too, is when I start doing more of these videos, I want to start having the meditation lessons. I'm going to start filming some of those, too. So I do want to get that out there to everybody. And as a matter of fact, if you go on our website, thirdeyemeditation.onpodium.co, I did open up the video page. This way, this podcast will be on it. And I got some lives that we used to and we're still going to do those, but we're going to do them maybe once, twice a month. So if you are following us on Facebook, those will be coming back, just not as frequent. We're not going to be doing them weekly. So I got some of those older ones up there, and there is a meditation lesson that I had on there, and you were on it. So check those out. I mean, just look at them, and I'm going to have some more deeper meditation lessons and all that. And you and I got to go sit in the yard back to back and do meditation.
Idea. And today would have been the perfect day, but I just wanted to get things done to make me feel better.
Yeah.
And I'm like 90. Need it done. Once it's done, Hannah's gonna come out, and you guys aren't even gonna know what hit y'all because I'm just in an element right now.
Yeah, and
like,
I understand.
I'm not 100%, but I'm trying to be.
I think we all are, and it's, I think I'm feeling that too because, like I said, I'm not 100% yet.
Yeah,
there is.
Like I'm comfortable, but it's just like I just want it to be me. You know what I mean? I want it to be me. I don't want to see a box.
Yeah, ever again.
Ever again.
And because of how about we do those boxes that we got and burn them in the fire, and that's the best thing, people. Again, remember we taught you, if you didn't listen, write your troubles down on a piece of paper and then burn it. It's such a great feeling watching that go away, and you watch that smoke dissipate. That's your problems dissipating.
And I think with me too, we moved in so fast and we had so many people helping, and I'm so grateful for that, but it just didn't give me the time to like cleanse the way I wanted to cleanse everything. So it's like I still have to do that, and now it's going to be harder because there's everything all, set up and everything like that. But once that cleanse happens and I can make everyone choke and stuff on sage, I will feel a lot better.
Yeah.
Well, I definitely been burning sage because y'all know me, I'm a sage whore. But can I say that on here?
You can say whatever you want. It's our podcast.
But once I do that, I'll be good.
Absolutely. I think we will be good very soon. It's like you say, it's a matter of
We're at
unpacking.
90. We're at like 90.
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe maybe like 80.
I'm feeling good.
Yeah.
This I think is
We
the one
needed
thing
this.
we needed
We
to do the
needed
podcast.
this.
I
Because
think
I was just really sleepy, and now I'm just like, I'm awake. I'm awake.
yeah, I'm feeling awake and I'm feeling good because again, we've been promising people and we keep and I hate doing that and then not delivering. So that's why I said I want to deliver. So I wanted to
We
get this
delivered.
out. Yeah, we delivered tonight. And there's going to be future. And like I said, we're going to be giving you podcasts now a lot more. And we're going to try and strive to have guests, interesting guests, in here. Nobody famous, regular people, business owners, people with personality, and we'll talk about different things. We'll sit down, we'll start scribbling down some ideas of things to talk about. I know we have a guest coming in. We're going to talk about something factually.
I'm excited.
Yeah, very excited about that.
I feel like it's going to hit me right against the red.
Yeah, and plus he's also involved in music too. So
Yeah.
we could go down, that path too with him. So we're going to bring you a lot of stuff. Trust us. And again, people on Wisdom, this is being recorded live with you guys before it goes out, to all the podcast world. So I appreciate everybody that's listening right now on Wisdom. If you could, go to our website, thirdeyemeditation.onpodium.co, and just check it out. Hear some of the older podcasts, but make sure you also hear some of the newer ones because this is the direction we're going to be going in now. But check that out.
Sign up for notifications.
Yeah, sign up for notifications. Just put your email in there. It doesn't cost you anything. This way...
It doesn't blow you up either.
Yeah, it don't. It just, whenever we got something posted up there, I'll let you know. Check out the horoscopes that we have on there from Elaine
So
from
amazing.
Arcane Oracle. She's wonderful, and I'm so glad we teamed up with her. But Wisdom, we thank you very much for listening. And every podcast we do, we're going to have you guys. You'll be hearing it first before it even goes out, in podcast land. So we appreciate you being here for us. And eventually we'll open up. You can't come on the show right now. I got that turned off. But in future shows, we'll have
so
you come in.
excited for that.
Yeah, Hannah loves that. So
Because
I'll
it
turn
kind
that
of
on.
wraps in with like my advice column. So it's like I'm really excited to do it like live.
Yeah, me too. So yeah, don't. Just because it's not on right now doesn't mean that, it's not going to be later. It's just we had so much to talk about, so much to clear up, and we had to get this podcast out. I don't think we could have, managed going through, question and answer sessions, and, that'll be for a future show for sure.
Q&A.
Yeah,
Third eye
Q&A, and then the advice columns and everything else. So we got to get that all down pat. So we want to get this place 100%. We want to get ourselves 110%. This way we could give 120% to everybody that's been listening to us. Because, deep down, I appreciate everybody from the very beginning. I know I look at the analytics, and the podcast is always delivered, and people listen, and I really appreciate that. And now that we have the Facebook page, and we can interact there, and we can do our lives there, and now we have Wisdom as well, and the Wisdom community can, start joining in, and they could start listening. It gives us a sense that we're really reaching out. And we always love to help people, and that's why we're going to have some more interaction too as well, especially with your advice column that we're going to have coming up too. So.
And I do want to mention that the advice column will be strictly on the website.
Exactly.
So we will get submissions. I'm not sure if it's going to be on the website or via email. We just kind of have to look at like the analytics and everything of the site. But we will, of course, let you guys know once we're ready to vamp that. but the advice, which everything will be listed as anonymous, so whatever questions we get, I get, my advice will strictly be posted on the website.
Yeah, that's why we keep pushing the website, because we're going to do things exclusively.
www.thirdeyemeditation.onpodium.co.
Yeah, go ahead and go visit it. Like I said, we're spending money on that. If in the future, if we don't wind up with a lot of people going on the website, it's something we're going to have to cut out.
And that's not something.
And, then we'll just do the podcast and it'll go, to wherever you listen to your podcast at. But we like to have the website and we like to bring you different
We
things.
love to advertise for other people.
Yeah, if you got small businesses and you want us to give you shout outs or you want to, promote your business, we could put them right on the website and, have you come on the podcast. But we need people actually going on there, because otherwise it's a waste of money. I just want to say it like that, and I don't want to sound
We're being
mean.
real.
Yeah, we're just being real. It's a waste of money. I spent a lot of money for the original thirdeyemeditation.net, and once that time period is over with, then it's just money lost. And I want to still have a website. thirdeyemeditation.net required a lot of money to do what we're able to do on Podium, or to doing a monthly fee for the on Podium, and
And
could
we
do a lot
really
more.
enjoy On Podium.
I do too.
We really do. They have wonderful options and products. We really want to keep that for you guys. So please just, be active on there, sign up. And what you want to see on this site, if you're like, let us know.
Yeah, let us know, and if we can do it, because the only thing is we kind of are limited because they're providing, with just the platform. We can't change graphics up that much and all that. But if there's something content-wise, bring it up to us, and we'll see what we can do for you. But I just want people on there. I want people to start getting on the website. And it's difficult. I know this day and age. I remember back when www was a big thing. Everybody, the World Wide Web, and people go on websites. Now it's like you don't even need a website anymore.
I know. It's like we should get an app or something.
Exactly. Wisdom is great for that, because you can just go right on and boom, you're right, knee deep in podcasts. But when you're trying to promote yourself and when you're trying to get your name out there and trying to provide content, it's just nice to have a web page, and it's nice to have people following you on there. That's all. It's like Facebook.
I don't know. Like, this goes back. Like, people are so woke, but with me, like, I'll be like Googling restaurants or Googling anything, and if they don't have a website, I'm like, ew, you don't have a website?
Right.
Like, that's just the type of person I am. I'm like, you don't have a website? Bye.
Right. And it is tough, because, a lot of them probably say, hey, listen, we could just go on Facebook for free.
Yeah.
And
Which some small businesses are like that, and I do support small businesses that are just on Facebook, but hey, Facebook is a website before it was an app.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, so, it's difficult, but I just want to try and get people on there. And again, if it just doesn't work out, if we don't see we're wasting money, then we're just going to go back to doing podcasts strictly on our platform and get it out to, wherever you listen. And we'll stick with wisdom, too, if we wanted to. It'll make it a lot easier, but again, I don't want to sound repetitive, but just go on the website, thirdeyemeditation.onpodium.co. That's all we ask you to do, is just go visit it, listen to some of our old podcasts, sign up for the emails. There's going to be videos on here now, again, exclusively. And there'll be a lot of exclusive stuff, especially Elaine from Arcane Oracle. I think we talked enough.
yeah,
I think we hit an hour. Yeah.
we did.
That I got this out there. I really do.
I know. Me too. Just kind of like expressing to in today too. Like I was in my, like I said, I was in my element. So I needed this.
Yeah.
We needed this.
We did. We certainly did. And this is a long time. Again, if you do go back and listen to those old where it's just me, you'll see the big change from where I was just promoting a business to now doing an actual podcast and having Hannah in the studio. Things did change. We are a partnership now, and every show I need her.
We couldn't do it without each other now.
Exactly, we just can't. This here works very, very well for us. But thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, thank you so much. We missed you guys.
Yeah, we did. We missed a lot of people, and like I said, this year was hurting me not giving a show out to everybody. So I'm glad we got it on the air tonight. So whenever you hit and play on this, enjoy it and
Yes.
enjoy the future episodes. And Wisdom, you heard it live. Wisdom, guys, thank you so much. If you don't have the Wisdom app, download it. It's really made for podcasters, but if you just like listening to podcasts, like I said, as soon as you turn it on, you're knee deep in podcasts. So definitely, I appreciate everybody on Wisdom for listening live. Once again, real quick, thirdeyemeditation.onpodium.co. And don't forget to check out Elaine, too, at Arcane Oracle. All the links I'm just going to put right in the synopsis of this. So please check them out because they mean a lot to us, and it helps them out, too, as well. And they've helped us out.
And yeah, don't forget to check out Mind's Eye Metaphysical.
Yeah, Mind's Eye Metaphysical.
We're going to be taking a drive to General soon because the studio just needs a few more Jen touches.
Yeah, for sure. And even more so, like, I got to reach out to her because she wanted to be on one of our shows, our Facebook Live. And if she does, I want her in the studio. So I'm going to reach out and we're going to see if we can make that happen too as well for everybody. So if you're not following us on Facebook, follow us on Facebook. The links are in this because we are going to go back to our live shows. And that's going to be, twice a month at most. And they'll be fun. Just like they always are. We have a great time doing those too. It's just after a while, again, viewership was just dropping down, and no sense putting tons of effort into things if nobody's going to, join and participate. And I think a lot of that was because of Facebook. I don't think it had anything to do with our audience either.
Yeah.
That's why we try to push our website because Facebook just doesn't work. It just doesn't.
Well, with that being
I appreciate it again, everybody, for joining us tonight. And Hannah, I thank you from the bottom of my heart for everything.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Meditation.onpodium.co. We hope to see you there. And Wisdom, I really appreciate everybody for listening live tonight. We'll be doing this again soon. I've pretty much, I think I just followed them. I'm going to add you if I haven't. This way I can hear your podcast as well. I always love listening to everybody's podcast. And we'll see you and everybody.
We will.
Thanks very much.
Thank you. Have a good night, day, whatever.
Take care.
Bye.